Good day, esteemed navigators, and welcome to the CONFAB on Esteemed Radio Vision. Today being Saturday, the 18th day of October 2025. This is the CONFAB where we have discussions about matters pertaining to our society, our environment, our Nigeria, and as it affects us as citizens of this country. And this is Esteemed Radio Vision, and with me today in the studio, we have my very good and regular face on the show.
All right, thank you. Good day to every one of you from wherever you are there. I mean, where you are, and you are there watching us. We say good day to you. This is your favorite program, the Confab on Esteem Radio Vision. I still remain my humble self, Adenipekun, Afolabi, your prince on the show. Once again, thank you for joining us.
All right, you're welcome, Afolabi, the prince on the show. Sorry, Prince Afolabi.
You don't want to disrespect King. Okay.
I'm not doing that. All right, and on the other side of the building, we have.
Good morning. Oh, sorry. Good afternoon, esteemed navigators. I remain my humble self, Ayomikun, AY for short.
Anyways, as usual, I'm here with humble people. I'm the only one that's not humble in this studio. This is very deep. Anyways, esteemed navigators, this, as I've said earlier, this is where we have discussions about trending issues that affect us as citizens of this country, and most importantly, how we can provide solutions to problems or situations that may arise within the country. I remember myself, LEXPUSI, MILX Posimi. But before we delve into the subject matter for today, we'll go on a very short break. I'll be right back. Welcome back, esteemed navigators, from that very short break, and let us delve quickly into the subject matter for today. We're going to start with something that happened in 1913, and that is a very prominent Nigerian that history will never forget led he led an anti-taxation activism. He fought against taxation of the people of Nigeria, and his legacy will never be forgotten. And recently, because of this anti-taxation march that he did then, he was accused of treason, he was accused of a lot of things, and he became a prisoner in Nigeria. And recently, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu decided to grant a posthumous pardon on him. But in a very interesting twist of events, his family, ably represented by Bode George, a very prominent Nigerian and a PDP stalwart, a PDP chieftain, has come out to say they, with everything within them, refuse to accept this kind of pardon because they feel these groups, these very memorable nationalists, as part of a group of criminals, and they refuse to accept that their grandfather, our great grandfather, a Nigerian stalwart, a Nigerian pioneer, a prominent Nigerian that is ably ably recognized by history in Nigeria, is grouped in this, is put in the same WhatsApp group with criminals. They refuse to accept. Anyways, this is coming at the back of a very big public outrage over the fact that 72 or more than 40% of people who are pardoned were pardoned. They were convicted in the first place due to drug-related offenses. Like 25 other percentage were convicted due to criminal activities like kidnapping and all sort of really grave criminal activities. Now, the reason this is making the round is already there's a public outcry. Now this family is claiming, oh, we are not going to allow our father to be put in the same WhatsApp group with criminals. So the fact that you have a lot of criminals, a lot of really crazy criminals on your list means that our father should never be on that list. And what has our father done for you to say you want to pardon him posthumously? Our father is a nationalist, and even history can remember him for being a nationalist. So let me start with Ayomikun this morning. We already know about the public outcry, the public from the people saying no, this list does not make sense, and the fact that yesterday we talked about the Chief Justice of Nigeria, they also that doubles as the Minister of Justice, saying that, oh, we are still we are still checking the list after it has been announced, but we are still checking the list to make sure it fits with
after the pronouncement.
After pronouncement. Anyways, Ayomikun, what do you think this means?
Yeah, thank you, Alex. Yeah, this means that now for this, okay, well, for me, I might not say that. I will not say that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is wrong for for granting pardon to the great man about Macaulay. But then I will just say that now him to now include him in the list of people with heinous crimes, like for example, like those that are pardoned with him are people we know for pushing cocaine, for drug dealers, kidnappers,
Armed robbers.
Yes, armed robbers. So I mean,
Known terrorists.
So for the family of Abbas Macaulay to come out and to say that yes, that this is that they do not want this kind of pardon. That how will you pardon our father with this set of people? It is very, very correct for. It is very, very correct because bringing the Abbas Macaulay into that list, probably it means that all of them are in group, like all of them are inside one circle. So for him not to not pardon about Macaulay, maybe then he's pushing it to other people that okay, maybe it's one of them that are performing the crimes together. So for him to, like I said, for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to pardon him is not a crime. But then he should not pardon him with others that are in that same that are having that crime, that are having a very, very bad crime.
All right, thank you very much, Ayomikun. According to them, for his family, it offers no practical benefits since he is long deceased, and they reject it outrightly for grouping him with drug lords and murderers, seeing it as a disrespectful dilution. True honor, they argue, requires singling him out to match his stature. Afolabi, do you also think this is disrespectful? Do you think knowing the kind of stature this man has in Nigerian history, do you think he should have his own pardon, if there's going to be any pardon for him whatsoever, his own pardon should have come maybe in a more celebratory manner?
All right, thank you, Lex. I want to say for the very first time, I'm going to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on this. You see, for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu or the committees that works on the list of those that will be pardoned by the president, for them to include the name of a great man, Herbert Macaulay, it is not a big deal when you are offender is offender. Either you hold any high position or you well known, you are he was alleged and even should I let me say pronounced that okay, oh, he is working against the interests of his country. Then I think the best thing for the family of Abat Macaulay and a person like Chief Bode George, what they should have been done in the past is that they should have taken the matter to the court. That okay, oh, the judgment of maybe of that year, they are not pleased with it, and if court now pronounce it that okay, oh, he is not guilty or what have you, then we can be talking of this situation that the family is claiming now. Because for them to be claiming that their father's name should not be part of those that commit others offenses, you know, offense is an offense. Let us be realistic with ourselves. Either you lie, you steal.
Well, are you saying that because the only thing about Macaulay was incarcerated for was because he marched against taxation in Nigeria? You call that an offense?
You know, even same issue that Nnamdi Kanu is facing now. That just for him to say, okay, oh, we want he wants the house to be defined, that the amalgamation of the 1914. He wants
I'm not sure this is the same. If you ask me, I'll say if a sovereign state, Nigeria is a sovereign state, and if you are seeking sedation away from a sovereign state, it means that the state can decide to fight back, right? But this is someone who is fighting on behalf of people, taking a march against taxation of the people. We are not rich. Don't tax us to death.
You know, Lex, working with people, and in that context, you will discover that it is not augur well with the government of the day.
But there's no legislation against peaceful protest, right?
You know, then even some of us that we are discussing it now, we are nowhere to be found. We don't know what actually happened.
History has it.
Yes, the history that has it, you know, looking at it, before a country can charge you as on a treason that, okay, you are working against the interests of your country, there are things, either genuinely or ungenuinely. Like Nnamdi Kanu now, you know, every one of us knows that what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for, it is something that all Nigerians want. Let me say most Nigerians want it, because what is the essence of the forceful marriage that doesn't work, whereby one geopolitical zone or one ethnicity or one tribes will be ruling while others will be left aside? You know, all these things, we all know that it is glaring that, okay, this thing is happening and Nnamdi Kanu is kicking against it, but the manner of which he used to tackle the issue, that is why he was charged for treason, that okay, you are working against your country. Now, for the Abat Macaulay.
Before you continue, I hope you are also aware that like 3 or 4 times there has been a court injunction stating categorically and unequivocally that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I think 2 presidents now have defied.
During the reigning of late President Muhammadu Buhari, the court ruled twice that okay, Nnamdi Kanu should be released. And do you know why they don't want to release him? Because they know that
they don't have respect for the rule of law. Let's be clear about that.
Yes,
there are no 2 ways about it.
We cannot dispute
they do not have respect for the rule of law. It's as simple as that. The court cannot tell you do something and then you refuse because you are president.
Because the president then claimed that okay, he have his executive order 5, even to reject the action of the judiciary, that okay, either okay, you are the one who said we should release him, but the atmosphere of the country doesn't give room for us to release Nnamdi Kanu. Whereas every one of us knows that they are trying to play the game of hanky-panky. Now, with the Abat Macaulay, that his name is not part of the what is it called, the offenders, that okay, well, maybe those that steal, or those that even kill, or those that are involved in the drug activities, or I mean drug offenses. Now, it is not a big deal. It is not a big deal. And to me, I can't expect the president or the committee to write his name separately, no matter what. We know that what he fought for then is the interest of the people. But then it wasn't gone well with the government's rule then, and that
So
is
who's
why
at
they are.
fault?
Okay,
Who said?
Who was at fault? About Macaulay or the government?
The government of the then, they are at fault.
Okay, so the government of the then government was at fault
Yes.
for incarcerating someone who was
Who
fighting
was
for his
the
people,
interest of his people.
right? For the
Yes.
interest of his people. And then now his family is saying, no,
they
this
don't
man
want-
is
then
near a
that
saint.
is
This
noble.
man is near saint. The fact that you are putting him in the same bracket with criminals is what we refuse.
That's it.
We do not agree with that. And now you are saying this is wrong. No, I do not understand it.
You know, one thing I want us to know clearly is that, you know, if in a kind of situation like that, we cannot have the separate list. Anything that has to do with the prerogative pardon, you cannot have separate list. The only thing I think we should be arguing or talking or discussing here is that maybe the president should have suspend his own till maybe when the constitution give him another right to perform such what is it called, to perform such responsibility, pardon. That is what we should have been discussing, that we should have wait maybe till.
That's exactly what they are saying. They are saying it would be more respectful if this was a standalone. If this was, it was not grouped with
for the fact,
we've all condemned that list.
yes,
Right? We've all condemned that list, and a lot of other people, other media houses, other journalists, other people, Nigerians have condemned that list. That this list is a list of criminals. Yes, we know if you anything that gets you to the correctional center means you've done something wrong, right? But I believe there's a process to which people can be granted pardon, and if that's the case, it doesn't mean that someone who was given life imprisonment will now come after 6.5 years and be granted pardon. How? Why?
And that one is wrong.
Exactly. That's why they are saying, we do not agree with the fact that this man, that everyone in Nigeria, dead and alive, knows that this man is a near saint, is a nationalist. How is he in the midst of this kind of
people? That's just
be in the midst or be on the list with other offenders. It is not.
Wait, other offenders. They even if there's grave offense, there's misdemeanor. This is at most misdemeanor, and there's grave offense. This is capital offense.
Capital offenses.
Capital offense and misdemeanor, they are not the same thing.
They are not the same thing.
Imagine someone who was working at night and police gathered all of them for wandering, and someone who actually broke a bank.
They are even killed. That killed someone. They are not the same thing.
Offense is offense.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
If you insist.
No, let us
If you
check.
insist.
Let us
So
check
if offense is offense, it means that anyone that is caught doing the wrong thing in Nigeria should be sentenced to death.
No. I'm not.
Your offense is offense now.
No,
is that not what you said?
when you allege that
There's no alleging here.
Wait.
All of them have done something wrong, and according to you, offense is offense. So it means that anyone who has been caught doing the wrong thing in Nigeria should be sentenced to life imprisonment or death by hanging.
If the court pronounce it as offenders, that okay, this one offend the nation or he did something wrong.
Yes.
If the so-called the defendant, let me put it that way, that the person that the victim cannot deem it fit even to defend him or herself at the court of law, and the judge now pronounce him or her that okay, you should be taken to the correctional center, there's nothing one can do about it.
But your statement is offense is offense.
Offense
Anyways.
is offense. No matter your profile, okay, like okay, look at former President Olusegun Obasanjo. He was once let me say, I can call, should we call him ex-conflict? Because
there's no two ways about it. It was an ex-convict.
yes,
it's as simple as that. There's
and
no...
okay, should we now say, okay, if the president, I mean the Tinubu now want to pardon?
There's no pardon. He has been exonerated. He has served his term. He has been exonerated. He is out of prison and he has been president after that. So there's no pardon for him anymore.
What I'm now saying is that, should we now say because someone commits offense as a president or later on, they now said, okay, they want to list the name of people who have committed one or two offenses. They will now write his own separately, that because he is a former president too. No, his name will be among the offenders.
Okay, now what we are driving at this point now is that people that are, you know, gangs of armed robbers.
No, you already said offense is offense.
Like,
so there's
so
either you're an armed robber or you stole Gary in market.
Offense is offense.
That's what we're arguing about.
No, let's agree to disagree. Because we actually do not have time and we still have a few topics to treat today. Thank you very much, Afolabi, and thank you very much, Ayomikun. You know, moving on today, maybe as time goes on, we'll get back to this topic and check this offense again. But moving on,
but the judge should not use his position now, even to mislead Nigerians.
Okay, agree to disagree. Okay, so once again, MC Oluomo is trending in Nigeria, not because of what he has said or done, but because of what he didn't do, because of what someone did all the way in Abia State. And this is Governor Alex Oti coming out in a very defiant tone to say that anyone who has any sinister idea of rigging election in his state should write their will first. And this is what he has to say.
Around him. So, oh, they must take over the state, they will write results. The only advice I have for them is that if they truly want to write results, they should write something else before that time. You know what it is? Their will. Because this is our state, nobody can intimidate us. But having said that, am I threatened? Absolutely no. Do I bother about that? Absolutely no. But I want us to maintain peace and decorum. Okay? Samson, I don't know if I've answered your question. Thank you very much.
Esteemed navigators, that is the voice of Governor Alex Oti saying that he has heard that some people are already in the state to planning to manipulate election results in Abia State, and he's saying that they are planning to write results for Abia State, and he said apart from writing results, they should also write one other thing, which is their will.
Yes.
Now, that is not the reason why this is trending. The reason why this is trending is because one Twitter user, Oguntoye Opeyemi, said, he said, if na MC Oluomo make these statements, everywhere go down scatter. For obedience, Oti is defending his own state, but others cannot make such statements. This is how MC Oluomo was dragged into this conversation. Remembering that MC Oluomo, leading to the 2023 general election, said and was captured on camera that if you are not voting for APC, stay in your houses. We are not going to take it easy with you. We are going to kill, we are going to maim, we are going to destroy, and all of that. That is me paraphrasing. And some people have said, no, this is not the same. You can't put what Alex Oti and MC Oluomo said in the same bracket. That would be a fallacy of hasty generalization. And some people have said, no, it's the same thing. What do you mean by we cannot put it together? But that is people's opinion. Our opinion here is what I want to get. Afolabi, let me have your opinion first.
Okay, thank you. You see, I want us to put those statements, let us put them beside each other, and let us do the kind of comparison. You know, the statement made by MC Oluomo is a statement that can cause chaos. And knowing him for whom he is, as the former chairman of the NURTW, and what people tag or named NURTW with or for is that they know that they always involve in a how should I put it, that they always involve in causing problem
Chaos.
and chaos. And for somebody like MC Oluomo to utter such statement, it is alarming that okay, something evil or something bad will happen.
Also, let's not forget that it wasn't only alarming that something bad will happen. Something bad actually happened.
Yes,
it happened. So I think this. Anyways, continue. Let me. I just wanted to clear that part.
Now, for the statement of Oluomo is to cause chaos, but for this governor Alex Oti, he is trying to make the statement is an advice. Yes, that statement is an advised statement that okay, we will not say you should not cause problem, but just know that if you are caught during the heart, we are going to apprehend you and we are going to pronounce judgment on you, and hopefully maybe what will be the consequence of that action is maybe just for you to remain forever at the correctional center. And for someone who is in the correctional center, he won't be able or she won't be able to mingle with the family by telling them that this is how I want to share my property. Yes, it is better for him to prepare his property, the will for the family, so that the family will know that okay, this is what belongs to A, this is what belongs to B. This is not a threatening statement. It is just a statement of advice for anyone who wants to perpetrate evil or who want to serve as political thuggery or who want to snatch ballot boxes, or you want to disturb or distract or destabilize the election process in the state. The statement is just a defensive statement that okay, we are ready for you. We are ready for you. That shows that okay, anyone who wants to perpetrate such action, such act, we know that okay, no.
I'll be ready for retaliation.
That means this state is no going area for me. So that is, I think, if other governors can stand on their words like this, I think maybe the so-called political thugs, they will try to check or to recheck themselves that okay, this what they're about to do, there are someone who can retaliate or check them. But because they know that people are fearing them, that immediately they made such statement, even some people, because of hearing that statement, they will not go out to vote. Even you will see some families that they will be cautioning their words that oh, don't go out.
Don't go.
No, you should not go out. Or it is only they are only acts on the statement, mere statement, not that they are in the midst of that scenario that maybe okay, they were victim, or maybe they are in the middle of that act that okay, maybe the thug are trying to chase people or beating people, all sort of things. You know, to me, these two
Statements.
personnel and the statement, they are not the same. One is to cause problem, and the other one
To prevent
is
problem.
to prevent, and that is that.
Anyways, thank you very much, Afolabi. One is to cause problem, while the other is to prevent problem. But that's not the that's not the consensus on social media. One social media user said MC Oluomo was accused of threatening voters who would vote for a different party, but Alex Oti did not threaten any voter against voting their choice. He's simply warning against rigging, which is the subversion of the will of the people. That is the clear difference. Then another user said, this is all good and fine until it is said by a Yoruba person. Change Alex Oti to MC Oluomo or Tafasego, and this app would have been on fire since yesterday. And another person said, MC Oluomo isn't boldly calling out election riggers. He's threatening people not to come out and exercise their fundamental human rights. Alex is speaking against election theft. Oga, stop acting like you suddenly don't understand English. Even a kindergarten student can see the clear difference between Alex Oti's comment and MC Oluomo's comment. Then A Plus said, how did we get here? People who claim to be educated are now comparing Alex Oti to MC Oluomo's statements. And I'm seriously trying to digest that. Like how? On what basis? This is what we've reduced public discourse to. How is this the same? If you are planning to manipulate election results in Abia, go ahead and write your will. And if you don't plan to vote for my party, kindly stay at home. Don't bother to come out at all, allegedly. Honestly, people in Shewa Ponubai. Okay. If you've lost all sense of self-respect, at least respect the fact that you went to school. Don't drag the rest of the educated class down with your foolishness. Abba.
Yeah, A plus. That A plus comment, I think we need to say this, that at Esteem Radio Vision, we don't have any connection with that statement, because calling or addressing someone that Okponu, it means you are saying someone is a fool, and that is hate speech, and we don't have any connection with that comment.
But the fact remains that public opinion remains public opinion.
Yes, that is why.
That is why we are reading exactly what their opinions were. Anyways, Ayomikun, there has been different opinions supporting different things, saying, oh, they are the same, no, they are different, and all of that. What do you think of this?
Yeah, we human beings, we are wired differently. So we are wired differently. You don't expect everybody to think in one direction. I mean, if everybody is thinking in one direction, Nigeria would have been a better place. Yes, because I mean, if we are all thinking the same way, like in a positive way, things will be better here now. We won't be having all these kind of issues going on in the country. So for the comment that is going rounds in the media here, I believe that, like I said, that people are wired differently. So what are people's opinions will always be people's opinion. Opinions will always be opinions. So whatever it is that people think, so for MC Oluomo and the statement that Governor Oti made, it is clear different thing. One is right, one is wrong. One is right in the sense that I'm the governor of the state. I'm the governor of the state, and I make a statement that, okay, well, if you are planning to rig election, you are going to be definitely dealt with. But there are another and the one that I said is wrong, which is that of MC Oluomo that made rounds during 2023 election, which says that, let me say it in the way he said it. Tó bá ti mọ̀ wípé o lè dìbò fún APC, jòkó sílé. He was even mentioning some names that ìyá kìíní kan.
Ìyá Shukudi.
Ìyá Shukudi. Ìyá Shukudi. Tó bá ti mọ̀ pé o lè dìbò fún APC, kó jòkó sílé. So that's different things. One is actually painting it that it is either APC or nothing. It's either you support APC or nothing. One is supporting that you can see you have you have the choice to vote for whoever it is that you want to vote for, but just don't rig the election.
Simple.
Let the voice of the people
Let the voice of the people, yes, let
the vote
count. That's just what the man is saying. So now for people now to compare MC Oluomo's statement and Governor's Uti's statement, I mean, it's not adding up at all. It's really not adding up.
That is a sign of a hypocrite or hypocrisy.
Yeah, maybe there are some people that that they have connection with MC Oluomo.
They have interest in MC Oluomo's statement and they have gain with that.
Yeah, so maybe.
All right, thank you very much, Ayomikun and Afolabi, for lending your opinions to that topic. And according to the National Bureau of Statistics, they've come out to say that Nigeria records their first drop in food prices in over 13 years. Honestly, don't understand what this means, but maybe you can help me understand it, Afolabi.
It is quite unfortunate, or I mean, let's say in Nigerian, I mean the country, let me put it this way, that a country blessed with fertile soil and how will I put it, that whatever you planted, you surely have the fruits, unlike some countries that if they during their planting season, they will be praying to God that, okay, God, help us so that we'll be able to have the fruit from all our planting stuff. You see, we should not deceive ourselves. I called someone yesterday that, even for us to be, I mean, for people to be selling a Congo of Gari now, 500. Then before, what we are buying the Congo of Gari is 1,1112. And now reducing to the 500 naira. I think I've never seen it in the history of Nigeria, whereby the price of commodity that is increased like that coming down to that extent. Instead, you will see it that it will be going up, and people will be saying, let's thank God that we are able to see it. If we don't see it, we cannot do but nothing. But with this, if we check conduct a market survey, we will discover that things are not skyrocketed like before. From the bag of rice, the amount we are buying the bag of rice is not as the amount that we are buying it in some let's say 3 or 4 months ago. And looking at the statistics of the Bureau of Statistics that about the food, for the past 13 years, I've never seen any year that the price of commodity increased and coming down like this, like the one that we are experiencing now. And let me say kudos to the stakeholders, those that are behind the success of this, because like I do say that instead of us to be asking for more salary, what we need is to have is the price regulatory body that all our commodities should be, the price should be regulated, that this is amount that we'll be buying this, and we should have it generally, not that in one state what they are selling is different from
but
other states.
How realistic is that? If I farm and I calculate my whole cost, and this is a profitable figure for me to sell, that I'll be able to make my own gain from my whole farming process, and then in another state maybe they have something easier or even harder than I had it in my state or where I farmed, do you think who is going to pay the balance? Because if there's a regulatory body that regulates, a bag of garri should not go past 20,000 naira, right? And according to my calculation, I can, if I'm supposed to make gain on it, the least I can sell is 30,000 naira. Who is going to pay the 10,000 naira difference?
The regulation or the regulatory that I'm talking about now we cut across all the goods, or let me say the commodities. For instance,
we are saying the same thing. I'm asking a question.
For instance,
who
now,
is going to pay the balance? Because definitely the prices that will come out from each state cannot be the same.
You know, do you know why we have the different prices? Is because of what we are buying. I mean, even to farm, it's not, we didn't get it at the same rate. But if we can, okay, for instance, now we want to buy a weeding chemical. Okay, in Osun State, what they are selling it is 2,000. In Ogun State, what they are selling it is 2,000. We have equal prices. I mean, equal prices on that weeding chemical.
Are you also aware? Let's not forget that either we buy weeding chemical for 2,000 naira across board in all states of Nigeria. Let's not forget that in some states we might have less rain, meaning that they will have to outsource water.
That should not be yardstick for us to be.
It will.
No,
it will.
No, it's definitely going to be.
There is no way it can be avoided. It will.
Topographical area of the different states is different.
It's different.
It's
So
different.
if I don't have enough rain in my state, and then I have to go and buy maybe a tank, and then I will definitely calculate it into my expenses.
To my profit.
And if that's the case, it means I must gain. So who pays the balance? Who balances this?
Now,
because with this suggestion, it means that we are going back to the era of subsidy. It means that a subsidy must be paid for food produce to be accessible at the same price to everybody. It means that we check this state. If this state is getting, if their final price is 30,000 naira and we want the balance to be 20,000 naira, then we pay 10,000 naira to balance it and ensure that they sell at 20,000 naira. That is how it's going to be.
Know, let us use.
But who is going to pay? Is what my question is.
Nobody is going to pay.
So how do we balance it? How is this regulatory body supposed to work?
This is how what I think that it should be a way of balancing the prices. Okay, if I'm to sell something, it should be a way that, okay, the amount that I want to place on my goods should be something that, okay, I know that I'm able to get profit from it, not that I will just sell it out without gaining anything. Now, see, you know what? Okay, let's use the cocoa as an example. We know how much they sold a ton of cocoa bag last year, even this year. But now, the price is reducing. And who is paying the balance to the cocoa produce?
If prices are reducing, please, I want us to get this straight. If prices are reducing, we know that prices are not always the same all across the year. And if it's planting season, definitely prices cannot be low. Prices will be high because some people have stored their grains or their goods over the period of the harvesting season, right? And then they made it available at the planting season or dry season or whatever season it is. But at some point, there will be more harvest, meaning that goods are readily available. If goods are readily available, it means more people are bringing goods to the market. It means the price will drop.
Exactly. That is, you know, the what Nigerians are faced in the last 4 years ago. This is what brings about this, because even the youth that doesn't want to go to farm, everyone is at the farm now, farming. That, okay, if it's not for the one that will be of a commercial, it will be a farm that I and my family will be able to consume. That is why, okay, for instance, now you have 20 Congos of Gari you want to sell out, and I have my own 30 Congos of Gari. Oh, okay, are you not expecting me to buy 20 from your own Gari? It means that, okay, you have and I have. If you want to sell it out, you will think a way of, okay, I need money, not only Gari that I will be eating. Okay, I want to sell part of my Gari. Okay, okay, let me sell it. Instead of me selling it 600, let me sell it 400 naira.
You see, we are coming back to say the same thing. But what we are saying is, for the fact that these Bureau of Statistics have come out to say, oh, for the first time in 13 years, prices are dropping. When we know we are actually in the harvesting season, right? It's as far as I'm concerned, it sounds like something that was hidden under a lie hidden under truth.
No, you know,
because realistically, prices drop. at some point in the year, right? It's constant.
Yes, it's
The
very,
price
very
of
constant.
goods, of grains, of food generally, it drops at some point in the year. Okay, let's talk about the price
But
again.
last
When
2 years,
December comes,
but last 2 years we did
by
not
December,
experience this.
but prices don't always stay the same. That is
And
the
then
truth.
last 2 years that you're saying, I think last 2 years we recorded low shortage of rain. That last 2 years.
Exactly, and
That
it was
last
the
2
same
years.
year that there were shortage of cash,
Yes,
shortage
cash,
of
yes.
this, such a.
So that last 2 years is
So I think a lot of factors with it, but the fact that they have come out to say
And then,
to say
to
this
say this
means
year,
that they
this
actually
year,
see this as very important to us. But reality is different. As far as I'm concerned, reality is different. If you go to the market and do your market survey, or you go to the market, in fact, that's what a lot of people are saying in the market on social media. It said 1 month drop after 13 years of steady rise, and they will use it to sing praises for months. Meanwhile, market prices haven't changed. People are still struggling to eat. On paper, inflation may have dropped, in quotes, but in reality, hunger is still on the rise. May Nigeria win? That's the opinion of one person on social media. And another person said, that's a remarkable development. After years of continuous inflation, a drop in food prices signals potential economic relief for millions of Nigerians. The key now is sustainability, ensuring that this isn't just a 1 month dip, but the beginning of. Now, remember what this person is saying. This isn't just a 1 month dip, because we always know there is always that month or 2 months in the year that prices will dip. Prices always come down and go up in the year. So if that's the case, another person is saying, not in Lagos though, can confirm from people at home. And another person is saying, food is still costly, oh, they know they reduce them. So look at what people are saying.
Let me come in there. Now you say, okay, fine, prices might have been dropped, but then you know these our market people. Our market people. This
is not even a, as far as I'm concerned, this is not even a market people problem. This is a problem.
See,
in fact, the fact that this announcement, this statistic is rooted in deception. It's rooted in deception. Okay, where is this particular fact? Where is it coming from? If not from the market. And if you go to the market and you are meeting something different, then where did you get your statistics?
See, that's where I'm coming from. Like I said, our market people here. This is what the only thing that you understand is their gain. For example, now maybe let's assume that a bag of rice is selling for 86,000 naira before, and now maybe it's reduced to 53,000. Now, if you go to a market woman and you want to buy a bag of rice, and you tell her, Mama, they don't talk say the bag of rice has reduced to 53,000. The woman might say that it's the one that I've had before.
And if I have old stock, do you want me to sell at a loss?
Yeah, so
it's as simple as that.
I understand. But then the fact must still be that the woman actually got that rice for that 53,000 naira. But still wants to
don't let us ride on emotions. We are talking facts now. The fact remains that if we go to the market, the prices we get in the market is not the same.
That you are talking about, if they got let's say goods at a lower price today, and maybe tomorrow the price skyrockets, would they sell it at the rate which they get it?
That is emotion talking. As far as I'm concerned, I would like to know where this particular statistic came out from. Is it from the market, the same market that we all are going to? Is it the same market that we are experiencing, the same price that we've been buying? So where is this statistic coming from? Is what I want to know. Let's not forget. Let us not be hypocritical. Hold on. Let us not be hypocritical. And what I mean by that is, there has been different times that we've gone to the market that the price we met is a little cheaper than what we met the previous time. Is that correct?
Yes,
the same market people are the same people selling. Is that correct?
Yes.
So the fact that we are throwing all market people under the bus and saying, oh, they will not do this, they will not do that, that is not true. It's not correct.
One thing I want you to know is that, for you to get your opinion or the opinion of people getting a kind of statistics, there is a random sampling. We cannot have every other, all the markets, even to get this, for them to get the statistics. Maybe the random one, they picked, okay, this is the reaction of the people, and this is the way people feel about the goods. That is where they will come up with this statistics that they present to Nigerians.
You know what I want us to do,
Mm.
right? On Monday, let us go into the market and go and do market survey. Let's go and sample it themselves so that people listening and people watching us can see that it's that we are being hypocritical or we are shying away from the truth.
No, we are. Listen, I'm not saying what they are trying to preach for Nigerians that okay, the price. I mean, the commodity price is coming down, and we should not be. This should not be something that we need to be praising ourselves for as a country, because for how long? But don't let us forget the fact that this thing is happening right now. We have to say it, and if another things that we did not expect is happening, like the way we are saying it, we will say it.
It is how easily we get comfortable with difficult situations that actually marvels me in Nigeria.
Yeah,
Somebody said, he said 2 years ago before Tinubu happened, I can buy 15 naira pepper. Now the least you can buy is 500 naira. That's someone's reality. Your reality right now, here, where we are in this our domicile, can be different. But realities can differ from state to state, from location to location. We cannot deny the fact that there is no one brush paints all situation as far as food prices are concerned. In the north, you can still use 500 naira to cook stew, and it's still going to last you for a day, 2 days, or 3 days, depending on how many of you are eating it. But in Lagos or in the south here, or in the west here,
You know,
it's not the same.
you know, Lagos that we are talking about. Let us be sincere to ourselves. Those are the goods they are consuming is being brought from another state to that state. Where is the land for them to farm? Everything they are consuming at the Lagos state, they bring it from the other state like Benue, Osun, and
Beautiful. Now, I am very glad that you came back to this point, meaning that there is no way in Nigeria that we can do it, that we can put any regulatory body to regulate prices of anything in Nigeria.
We can do it.
How do we do it? If you yourself are agreeing to the fact that Lagos cannot buy the same thing as Benue people will buy, because some of these goods will be brought in from Benue State, from the north, from wherever they are bringing it from.
I'm not saying they cannot buy. For instance, now, okay, let's sample let's put it in this way so that it will be clear or glaring to those that are watching us right now. You see, for instance, now in Osun State, if you have let's say 1,000 naira with you, you can still get pepper and prepare yourself a small stew and get a cup of rice and heat. But in the Lagos state, even before you get
500 naira to get a cup of rice.
no, I'm just using it as an example.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
No, let your example be realistic. Before people will start calling us and be telling us, please, where are you getting your home from?
500? Because I'm so shocked that you can use 500 naira to eat.
I beg you.
You know, one thing I believe and I know is that.
Except maybe our CEO will do giveaway on his birthday. People
give
can
away.
come and buy one bag for 1,000 naira.
He has been doing it. He has been doing it in the past, and I'm very sure that he will still continue with such a philanthropic heart of him, because that is one of his calling. Let's put that one aside now. What I'm saying is that we can regulate our prices if we work in hand, and if we see ourselves as one, that okay, it doesn't matter that I'm the one who owns this. Okay, like Lagos State that you mentioned, there is a particular year that Lagos State partner with I think is it Kebbi, that we have Lake Rice. That is Lagos and Kebbi State, because Lagos State knows that okay, they don't have land, but they have money fund, and they have to reimburse the farmers at the Kebbi State to plant rice. And you know, all these things, if we can work together, I think things will be
Please give us more details about that. So how did that happen? Lagos State gave Kebbi State money to farm
The
rice.
partner.
Right? They
Yeah.
partnered, but Lagos State brought money instead of land.
Yes.
Right? And Kebbi State brought manpower and land. Right? And they planted and they brought it to Lagos. Lagos State government sold, right, at a particular price.
Yes.
Right? Meaning that Lagos State subsidized that particular sales of rice for the people of Lagos State. Is that correct or not?
Yes.
Exactly. So what I'm saying about regulatory body is there is no way a regulatory body can put price on goods without them subsidizing.
I will definitely. I'm going to support Alex with what he just said now, because there's no way to regulate price in Nigeria is going to work.
How? Why?
Every state has different
except they are paying subsidy.
Yes.
If subsidy comes in, of course, that's
the only solution. If there is subsidy, fine, there's no problem. But if you are saying that there won't be subsidy and you want everybody to sell at the particular price, it's not going to, it's not visible at all.
Anyways,
if the subsidy is going to be the solution to price regulatory, I think the government should go ahead and do it. So we're able to have.
Let's not forget we just removed subsidy from fuel. I beg.
Subsidy.
Don't let us start food subsidy now, and then after 3, 5, 10 years, they will now come and remove it, and people will start complaining again. I beg. Let us face reality. Anyways, thank you very much, Afolabi and Ayomikun, for being a very wonderful part of today's program. Very special thanks to the executive producer, Adenipekun, Afolabi, our producer, and every other staff of Esteem Radio Vision. This is still the CONFAB, where we discuss matters concerning Nigerians and Nigeria, and ensuring that we give our own contribution as to how we can do nation building. And this is where we draw the country. Yes, to make our country a better country. This is where we draw the curtain on the CONFAB, today being the 18th day of October 2025. With me so far in the studio, I've had the pleasure of having Adenipekun Afolabi, the prince on the show, and Ayomikun Faloye, AY for short. I remember myself, LESPOSIMI, and this is the CONFAB. Until we come your way again, bye for now.